I think we still just cleave. We get hit a lot. A big hit here. Maybe we should have blocked that. I don't know. Let's see the blockers. Really? If only we had the extra land. Right? It'd be cool if we got it there. Another Scions. Not the worst. They're down to 1. So close. Close as you could ever get. Hey everybody, welcome back and thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. If you find any value within the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and of course share it to the friend. Hit the bell icon so you're notified of all of our future uploads, including our 500,000 gem giveaway and free cash prize monthly tournaments. We're playing Izzet Tempo today within Magic the Gathering Arena, trying to compete against Dimir Rogues, going as quick as we can into the end zone, bringing our opponent from 20 to 0 as quickly as possible, utilizing a lot of flyers within the deck, and of course Embercleave to grab Double Strike and Trample. So we're going to break down the deck list in its entirety, talking about each individual card, the strengths, the weaknesses. We'll move on to the strategies, the synergies, then we'll get into the gameplay footage and come full circle with our closing thoughts. So Izzet Tempo starts out with 4 copies of the Merfolk Windrobber, a 1/1 with flying. When it deals damage to a player, that player will mill a card. Pretty nice. You can also sacrifice it and draw a card, activating this ability only anytime your opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. Moving forward, we also have Infuriate as our second 1-drop. Instant speed. Target creature gets +3/+2 until end of turn. This is a great way to interrupt some attacks or block phases and come out on top. 4 copies of the Sprite Dragon, a 1/1 with flying and haste, our first 2-drop. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Sprite Dragon. So things like Infuriate will not only push the Sprite Dragon up by +3/+2 if used on it, but whenever used on anything, it will receive +1/+1, which is really cool. We have 3 copies of Negate at instant speed, counter target non-creature spell. Again, this will push up our Sprite Dragon. 4 copies of Faerie Vandal, a 1/2 with flash and flying. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Faerie Vandal. Faerie Vandal is great for a few reasons. The flash and defender of it is great. We can pick up Fervent Champions against Mono Red. We can pick up Thief Guild Enforcers from the Dimir Rogues deck at flash speed. They're going to attack like, well, he's got no blockers. Yes, we do. It's just in our hand with Faerie Vandal. And then whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Faerie Vandal. We do have a bit of it, but it's not a focus within the deck. Into our 3 drops, 2 copies of Mystical Dispute at instant speed, costing 2 less to cast if it targets a blue spell, and counter target creature spell unless its controller pays 3. 4 copies of Brazen Borrower, a 3/1 with flash and flying, can only block other creatures with flying. Petty Theft for 2 at instant speed as the adventure. Return target non-land permanent and opponent controls to its owner's hand. 4 copies of Bonecrusher Giant, a 4/3 that whenever it becomes the target of a spell, Bonecrusher Giant will deal 2 damage to that spell's controller. Stomp for 2, also at instant speed as the adventure, dealing 2 damage to any target, and damage cannot be prevented this turn. 3 copies of Phoenix of Ash, a 2/2 with flying and haste. We can pay 3 to pump it by +2/+0 until end of turn. We can escape it from the graveyard for 4. 3 other cards from our graveyard will be exiled as well. It comes in with an additional +1/+1 counter on it as a 3/3. You know, against rogues, this is great because the escape, they'll be milling you and you'll just get a free draw basically. And then Mystical Dispute is great against rogues because, you know, their whole deck is blue. Moving on, we've got the Royal Scions, a legendary planeswalker coming in with 5 loyalty, +1, draw a card, and then discard a card. -1, target creature gets +2/+0, and gains first strike and trample until end of turn. -8, draw 4 cards. If you do, it will deal damage to any target equal to the number of cards in your hand, which is quite nice. You know, drawing 4 cards is awesome, and then you'll probably have a 1 to 2 cards in your hand anyway, so dealing 6 damage is great as well. Moving on, we have 4 copies of Embercleave. You know, you gotta have it, the last broken card in standard. 6-drop with flash, 1 less to cast for each attacking creature you control. When it enters battlefield, you auto-equip it, and equipped creature gets +1/+1, has double strike and trample. So big woofs on the damage output there. Once that creature is removed or something happens, you can re-equip Embercleave for 3 as it is an equipment and will not leave play like an enchantment or a would if the creature was removed. Moving forward, we have 4 Riverglide, my god, and 4 Lava Glide Pathways. This is the, the pathway land for Izzet. It's great, makes the consistency of the land very high, and then it also doesn't take away from your tempo from things coming in tapped, right? So 9 mountains and 9 islands as well. No sideboard. We're playing best of 1 today, just crushing out some games for fun within Platinum, climbing ranked. I think we're in Platinum 2, going towards Platinum 1 with the deck. So, it's great. We do run into some hard times, but that is the arena, and we get really close so many times against some of the best decks within the current meta, getting them down to 2 life, down to 4 life. So we're close. We're real close with the list. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for your time and attention. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend. Of course, make sure to get in on our 500k gem giveaway and the free cash prize tournaments as well. You can support financially if you can afford to do so on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, and our Amazon link. Get in on that. Every dime helps. Thank you so much for your time. Take care. Enjoy this video, and we'll see you again for our closing thoughts in a few minutes after the gameplay footage. All right, let's toss this, and I'm sure we'll find something better. 2 cleaves, we'll throw 1. We go first, which is nice. 1 drop, 2 drop. The crab life, of course. Of course. Doesn't have reach. That's what's nice. Maybe we'll mill you, huh? The mystical dispute becomes very valuable within the rogue matchup. Okay. Nothing crazy. They also have really nice flash blockers within the 1/3 against us. Let's just hold up. What a mill by us. I see why they like this card so much, right? Let's end our turn. We have a dispute and a petty theft. The mill is whatever. We just need that second red source, second blue source as well. Our turn. Let's take that hit. Try to pull the chump blocker out with flash. There isn't it. Take our 1, do the mill. We get it into the story out of them as well. They gotta be just straight up upset with us. I don't really care overly. I mean, it does go to a 3-2. A little bit frustrating, but we could still pretend to deal with it. If we don't counter, we sneak the Vandal in. We're bricked on land, so how do they not win? Right? Now, if they counter it, they're spending the mana on their turn. Which they do anyways. Good for us. So now we're allowed to play here uninterrupted. Not that we have much to play. Let's end our turn, hold up dispute. I mean, we can block with an Infuriate, or we could petty theft it, but that doesn't make sense. We need to counter Luris there. Eventually, or do something with it. We have Bonecrusher Giants to deal with it as well. Lots of those have been milled. Should we just race them? I think we should. We should have attacked last turn. They would have been at 15 already. Let's push the Borrower in. It needs to be countered. They draw. They're tapped out. We get the Scions in, which is not that bad.
I do not fear the unknown.
We should just go for the damage, right? And for 6. Keep in mind we did miss 1 damage here. We get rid of a crab. Nice, we're down to 38. Scions in play. We draw a second red source. We have Cleave. We also have Phoenix. 2 mountains off the top. Stop it. Okay, a blocker in the air. Needs a form of removal. That red source for Cleave. They're playing all in. They're like, oh my god. They might get us. We gotta put some rogues in play, baby. But they're spamming out hard, right? Taking our Phoenix away as well. 3 life. Yup.
Cover my back, Rowan.
There it is. They could have removal. Let's go big or go home. I wish we had 1 more land, right? We could Infuriate plus a Cleave. That's their mana. I think we still just Cleave. We get hit a lot. A big hit here. Maybe we should have blocked that. I don't know. Let's see the blockers. Really? If only we had the extra land. Right? It'd be cool if we got it there. Another Scions. Not the worst. They're down to 1. So close. Close as you could ever get against rogues, right? They've been playing well. Any form of removal, and they basically win here. Unless we pull something with haste. I mean, it does exist in our deck. Gaining 3 life. Oh no, they're drawing a card there. Looking for the answer instead. That takes them away from playing Lurrus really effectively. They could... No, they couldn't. This is 3 to bring it in and then 3 to play it. We hit for 8, 10, 12 here. Wow. There must be removal. They sack for the draw. Very close. Woo! Woof! Alright, you guys. So we've actually been playing a different deck for a second, and now we're coming back to this one. It's just this deck has land issues. There's nothing wrong with the number of land. It's just me. Wow, we top deck 1. That is almost a miracle, I feel like. Oh. That's okay. Feeling good. Rogues, not feeling good. Right? Aggressive mill. They're looking at our graveyard to determine what deck we are. It's, I mean, not a hard riddle to solve once you see the Sprite Dragon. We'll trade on the Enforcer. Right, taking all rogues out of play. The Vandal is going to be a really nice blocker. I will try to bait them. Let's take our hit plus mill. We just pick up a land. Pass. Faerie Vandal was great against the Fervent Champion as well, because it had first strike. They can instant speed remove the Vandal, sure. That's fine, but again, spending the mana on their turn instead of ours. You dog. Bummer. No crabs, at least. Let's just go for it. Down to 13. I like it. Plus we get the mill, a piece of removal. Woo! Loving that. I'm sure there's more though. Right, we're already seeing the first piece of it, and there's the second. Oh, there's the third. Delicious. A little bit of blue source in my life. We have both the Negate and Petty Theft open. We really shouldn't be attacking it in case they have a Soaring Thought Thief. Luckily the Borrower can play around that. They still have it. Okay, let's let it enter. We mill a bit. It's our turn. We have to play on their turn. Oh, they get our cleave. Don't you touch my cleavage. Someone report this guy. That's inappropriate. Leave it alone. Just look at it. Moving on. Anyways. Without diving too deep into the gutter. Let's negate something and pretend that it's just not creatures they own. No blocks, that sucks. Go, I was gonna block. Oh! Good damage. I was also expecting a Xerath. Dang it. And then we played the land incorrectly. We pulled a cleave, which is great, but does it do much in this scenario? Not really. There's removal, we lose. We can Petty Theft. We can pull removal. Pull land. Oh, great. We can negate any removal. We can Petty Theft. I would love just to not have any of that happen. No, that's not happening. Sorry. So there could still be removal. We had to stop in the story. That's too much. I guess we should have saved the Borrower, taken the damage, and blocked, or bounced the new blocker that we'll see. Because this already goes on the stack. Sucks. Down to 10. We're at 40 cards still. Is there going to be just another story? Man, I would be so choked. For 3? Okay. Interesting. A 6-3 is tough. Our turn, no reach. We had one more land. We have a 43% chance to draw land. If we did, we could stomp and borrow. Yes! End our turn. We do that. Okay, the Enforcer's fine. Oh no, it's not fine. No, it is fine. Right, that represents a fair portion of their damage. The mill is whatever. We have the Borrower, and then we can cleave it. They're down to 1 card. We get hit for a bunch. They do have Cling as well, so that's not good. That Cling's gonna save them. Can they counter this? Last card. They can Cling and draw for a counter. That's what we need. We need them to Cling now and try to draw instead of Cling for life. Cling for draw, not Cling for life. We're golden. They Cling a creature. Oh, they gain life. You dog. I think they're listening to us. See? We grab a land. This thing has freaking menace. Bonecrusher Giant has to hit. No attacks. What's he got going on over there? Oh, good game. We got so close. Dang it. No. So close. We almost had that. We go first, land's good. 2 cleaves sucks, but we'll get there. If we can get a 1-drop going, that would be great. If not, avoid removal. Oh, we even go first. What a treat. Now we're sure to win, right? This is nice. We can kind of triple drop. Let's go in first with the pet. We should try using the octopus in the deck maybe a little bit at some point. Wow, they can ramp, so we should probably set pace. The quicker we can activate the cleave, the better. I know the Scions is tempting, but it's better once we have it. Oh, and then we just messed that up. Oh, it's super tempting now. Whatever. As long as we pull land next turn. I took the second red for the cleave, but we should have took the blue and we could have double played creatures. And then use the Scions to draw if we still couldn't find the mountain. Or we do it the other way. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Just something that I noticed. So they're up to 4 here. They could cultivate roiling regrowth. They could just flood in value, Polkranos. Another Cobra. Interesting. They are greedy. Wow. That's incredible. 3 Cobras in the top 11. That feels good. I don't think blocking this Cobra will gain us anything. Alright, the land is nice. We can survive one more turn.
I appreciate clean victories.
And a bit of style doesn't hurt. For the realm.
We hit for 5. It's not that bad, right? We have a cleave on the pet. Pet goes to 3, 4 because it's a non-creature spell, right? Plus, it gets +2 over here. Goes to 6 with double strike for 12, and we've got 2 to the side for 14 total. So, if all of our permanents can stay in play, we have lethal. If not, we're super duper screwed. Should be okay though, right? The Gargaroth really stops us, right? That reach plus the life gain or 3/3. All of them are very bad options. We will chump block a snake if they all 3 go into the Scion. They don't, which is great. We're so screwed here.
Strike fear into the hearts of the wicked.
That's trample. Let's go in with it. They should definitely block the perfect pet. The Windrobber we can sack if we have... Opponent has 8 or more. They only have 1. So they're going to kill the Vandal. Which is a decent choice. Right? Gaining 3 life here, I assume. Drawing a card. Interesting. Looking for removal. Big hit. Right, and the extra damage from the Windrobber is actually lethal because they didn't gain 3 life, which I was thinking they would, so... Whoa! I don't know how we got around 3 snakes into a Gargaroth, but we did it. Alright, we have 2 land. We have 1 drop, 2 drop. Doesn't go much further than that. We will have to avoid the Phoenix. Having the Phoenix and Borrower in the same deck, it makes it a little bit tricky, mana-wise. You'd think it'd be easy, but... Woof. We do focus on double red. Bloodchief's Thirst off the top's awesome. If it's blue, we counter. If not, we can Vandal. Seems to not be. Vandal in play on their end step. Let's just go in. I'm sure there's removal. Where it goes seems odd at this point. Probably the Sprite Dragon. Right? Makes sense. The Vandal clicks up as well. And then the Windrobber can draw, but... Alright. Clerics, I see. Nice. Oh, that's a vampire. Where's the land at? You know, I made a joke about not running lots of land. 22 should still pour more than 2 land every single game. Like, what is happening? It's good, right? I mean, land aside, I'm sure you guys won't have this luck, and if you do, just throw an extra land or 2 in. Don't be as greedy as me. Ridiculous. Right? Absolutely ridiculous. Crazy stuff. Sitting on a 40% chance. I don't think we've drawn a land in 2 games. Right? That Light of Hope is aggressive. Oh, to dodge the, I see. Right, we could have double blocked on Luris. Huh. Nice Heartless Act, that's awesome. Hey, look at that, it's a land. Be like a high roller. Let's take our hit. End our turn. We can borrow in with a Petty Theft to bounce Luris. I mean, we could have countered it, but then they just replay it with Luris. At a certain point, it's like, is there even land in the deck? I can't do it. That's too much. I mean, a little shy on land. I'm kind of greedy on the lands. You know, you should be running 24. I like 22, right? So, you know, with that out of the way, these are mountains. And that is a Hellhound. We're going quick. Right to the top. And come in for our Robber. Which in theory should be able to block and kill the Hound. But they're going to drop a land every turn. Right? So we're getting hit hard here. Right out of the gate. We can remove it, or we can leave it and continue to aggress with our perfect pet. Lots of plays are available to us. So, meh. We're gonna be okay. It should attack. Our opponent's just taking some time to log into our stream real quick. Get an inside scoop on our hand. The Intimidator. Very nice. So we get our Infuriate, which I really, really like. We are being greedy. We shouldn't be, but we are. We take an Annex off the top. That's not bad. So we know it's mono red cleave. We get hit for 5, potentially 6. Ah, shock. That sucks. That takes the steam out of us quite a bit. Let's take this out right now. And then we'll use the Infuriate to chump block. Woof. They could drop their 4th land and cleave either of the creatures, so we're in a bad spot. Alright, well they can only hit with the one then. That's still good, I guess. Another Hellhound, nice. Giant in play. Pass. We're really pushing it to the limit here. Every turn that goes on is bad. They could land and cleave. They could just regularly cleave. They could land, cleave, and use their Intimidator. Oh! Not good. Pass to attackers, so there will be a cleave. Let's see where the cleave goes. So this creature is a 4/2. I'm gonna just kill it, right? The 2 damage sucks, but at least we get to kill it. Now we have the Borrower to jazz up anything that they try to do. Let's take the hit. End our turn. They could just equip the cleave for 3. The giant just as the creature. That's pretty good. We can double Vandal. If only we had our 5th land. we could Scions and still hold up our petty theft. That way we would hit for 4. Let's take our 2 and end our turn. Just thinking a little bit. What are we gonna run into here? It would be cool to just bounce the cleave and somehow have traded with it. They could have just regular burn, because we take 2 damage here, right? And that sucks. It's really bad for us. Scions in play.
Will steady your mind, Rowan.
And I will inspire your heart.
We draw a card, then discard.
Plan is crystallizing.
Oh my gosh. Gotta be the Bonecrusher. Sadly. So sadly. These go up. We get another chump blocker up, basically. How do we do this? The land drops, it goes to a 2/3. The cleave hits it, it's a 3/4. No attacks, let's play defensively. I think we have to triple block. Even then. Oh no. Good game. Yikes. That was close though. We were ready to pounce. We were getting close. Alrighty, what do you guys think of the deck? Yay, nay, good deck, bad pilot, right? That should be a merch. I'm gonna get good. We're writing it down. It's going on the notepad, boys. Good deck, bad pilot. I like it. LOL. If you guys have any other merch ideas, we are allowed to sell merch now on YouTube. We're rolling it out. You know, we got the logos. I've got all the new emotes are gonna get put on stuff. So if you have any design ideas, hit me up. Also, any you know, merchandise ideas, like what kind of actual objects do you want, like hoodies, hats, masks. There's like hundreds and hundreds of options for me to do, and I don't want to clog up the system with stuff that you guys don't want, right? So I'm only gonna make something and put it out for you guys to buy if it's requested, of course. You know, we are on Twitch every day. We're also on YouTube twice a day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit us up on all the platforms. You guys should be aware of this. You're using Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant today. Every download gives me actually 80 cents, so check that out. You know, it's for Windows only, sadly. All the information you're ever going to want and more. Check it out. You can ask if you need help with anything, obviously, in the Discord. We've got a great community. So much going on. Thank you guys for your time and attention. Make sure to go watch another video. Like this video. Smash that thumbs up. Give it a comment if you want. Show me some love. I'd appreciate that. And, you know, go have yourselves an absolutely amazing day, and we'll see you soon.